Shalom and good day, this is Tehillim29 back again for another anime review. This time I am covering the episodes of 3 and 4 of Akuma Kun. I'll now tell you the episode titles and also their synopsis. For episode 3 it is called Greed, to which we have a synopsis saying, Akuma Kun and Mephisto III get invited to the home of a very wealthy client who has a disturbing request to summon Satan for his flesh. And then we move into episode 4, which is titled Envy. A famous movie director in his twilight years asks Akuma Kun and Mephisto III to find a long-lost cursed film made by his dear friend. I'll now move into my written notes, addressing the stories at hand, and we'll get started on it now. Now, for the first one, it's roughly about 24 minutes long, or 24 to 25 minutes long, and the other one's 24 minutes long, and you'll also see that on the screen. So, as the episode begins, we end up seeing Shingo, the first Akuma Kun in this particular series, talking to Ichiro, who is, to which they are holding a discussion in regards to some of the things that are happening, and even to a learning as to how Ichiro, the present Akuma Kun, is getting along with Mephisto III. We noticed that Como, who is basically a mix between a bat and a cat, very clever, and Hyakusumi, forgive me for probably butchering that, are spying on their conversation. Shingo puts Ichiro on the spot, asking him what happiness means to him. Meanwhile, in the next scene, we move into an underground as we see an occult dealing with a ritual, trying to basically do something in regards, and to which we move into the next job, to which he is now the client of a rich, gluttonous, and the only way to put it is a gluttonous millionaire who enjoys eating everything on sight. And the thing that he has a request for is for the flesh of Satan. With Mephisto dropped into a bit of a trapdoor by the rich client, he finally decides to honor the client's request, with an unexpected demon guest making an appearance through the maid, to which the maid does end up killing the key client in this particular story as they try to escape the burning as it burns to the ground. Ichiro grabs Mephisto III, to which Mephisto gives him a stern and harsh words in regards to his actions, to which, by that, and finally returning to the research institute, to which they end up meeting up with Sanae, Mio, and Mephisto III as they watch Ichiro, who has been cooking dinner for him that day, and finally move into a bit of a scene that gives us a bit of a hint to which the next episode, to which we see a bit of a particular dragon-formed demon, or dragon-headed demon, and that's sort of like the teaser for the next episode. As we move into episode 4, Sanae goes into see Akuma Kun at the research institute, only to learn that a stranger is sleeping on the couch. We actually learned that stranger is Gremory, who we saw in episode 2. from his search in his archives, to which we do get a new client for this particular event, to which we learn is Director I. Akuma Kun Ichiro decides to take on the job, as they now are in search of a supposed cursed film connected to one of his friends, who we learn is the name of Bito, spelled Bitio. Whilst this is happening, Akuma Kun manages to persuade Gremory to go find the films for him, but in the process here we do learn that Gremory knows that Shiba, who is the servant of, or a bit of a present servant of Director I, who is working with him, points out that he too is a demon, and we do actually learn that this is actually the demon that was seen at the end of the second episode. Not the second episode, the third episode, by the appearance later on within the story. Through that, we learn through the demon, which is a Leviathan in this particular story, their intentions of what he learns, and also what his own intentions was within trying to bring envy to both characters, being Bito and Director I. Not long after leaving the character, we end up moving into what would be the next thing that introduces us and prepares us for the next episode, to which we are yet to understand that there will be a murder take place, and who the murderer is, we'll soon find out. So, moving into the afterthoughts to these particular episodes, I must admit, the main characters in this do sort of feel the same as they were in the previous episodes. Not much has changed, but we do learn more and see more in regards to the character of Ichiro, the present-day Akuma Kun. But I'm afraid my rating for the main characters in this, being mainly Ichiro, the present-day Akuma Kun, being a 7.5 out of 10. Moving into the supporting characters, I still enjoyed the supporting characters in this, even though some of the supporting characters was random people, or the people in this, or the other people in the story, as well as the demon that made an appearance in the story, as short-lived as it is. We did actually learn quite a bit from them. Moving into the next thing, being the animation, I give an 8 out of 10. And last but not least, not last but not least, next being the soundtrack, which I'm still enjoying, so an 8 out of 10 for that. And last but not least, the story for these particular chapters. Now, for the story for these particular chapters, it was really nice seeing the original Akuma Kun, being Shingo, also having a bit of a discussion with Ichiro. So we've got the old speaking with the new, or the original character speaking with the new, and basically helping them find their own path in this particular story. Now, it does begin to take place, I guess, around halfway through each of the episodes, to which things occur that connect to what the message of Shingo is getting across. And we learn, okay, what defines sort of like friendship, what also defines like certain elements in people, whether it's gluttony, whether it's greed, or even the things that can not only tear people apart, but also bring them together. In that, I think the stories are actually quite solid. So for the story rating, I give an 8 out of 10. If you have watched these episodes, what were your favourite part of these episodes? Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.